Audio Jungle.
Hi, this is Krish here. I'm your personal life skill coach and I'm here to help you to live your life to the fullest. According to social researchers, it's been proven that when you meet a new person, the new person is making around 10 evaluation judgments about us. What are they evaluating? Maybe they're evaluating about our financial status, based maybe on the accessories that we have, the car that we drive, even on our educational background. They're evaluating, am I a postgraduate? Are you an MBA? Or are you a school dropout? Maybe the way you talk, maybe the way you carry yourself. It seems people are even evaluating about our moral and ethical character. So our external appearance and body language is very, very important. Since we are social creatures and we have to interact with each other, we need to make sure that our body language conveys the right message and we create the best impression. Today we are going to discuss about 9 mistakes that people usually make in body language. The first mistake people usually make in body language is touching their face while they speak to people. When you touch your face, you lose your credibility. I'll give you a simple example. Imagine a scenario, mother is telling her 5-year-old daughter, I'll just go to the shop and I'll come in 5 minutes. Mother goes, buys the bread, comes back, and she gets shock of her life because there were 10 chocolates kept on the dining table. Now it is all empty. Only empty wrappers are there. Now mother calls the baby and says, who ate all those chocolates? What do you think is going to be that baby's reaction? She knows she should not tell lies to her mother and she knows mother is going to be pretty wild. So how will she respond? Most probably this is the way she is going to respond. She will cover her mouth and say, Mama, I don't know. No, she doesn't even know why she's covering her mouth. It's a non-verbal communication. She's trying to tell, I'm not responsible for what my mouth is telling. When we grow up, when we tell lies, we may not cover our mouth so explicitly. But at least for a fraction of a second, we will touch our mouth or nose or eyes. Maybe especially when you have glasses, people adjust the glasses. An expert who sits there can find out very easily when you make these kind of small body language leakages. So don't touch your face. This is mistake number 1. The second mistake people usually make is having aggressive or dominating hand gestures. I'll illustrate with an example. There was this engineering college boy who came for a counseling and he said, Sir, I went for 5 interviews, but I'm getting eliminated either in the interview or group discussion. And I don't even know why I'm getting eliminated. I'm losing my confidence. Can you help me? So I told him, just tell me something about yourself. So he said, I studied in Delhi public school. I was a head boy in my school. Here I'm the IEEE secretary. In GDs, I'm the one who starts the GD and I give chance to other people. But when finally the list comes, I'm not selected. So I asked him to stop and I asked him, do you know why you're not getting selected? He said, no, sir. I said, the way you use your hands. This boy had the habit of using hands like this. I studied in Delhi public school. I was a head boy in my school. Here I'm the IEEE secretary. In GD, I'm the one who starts GD. I said, this is a very dominating gesture. If you do this in an interview, they won't select you because they are looking for a person who is willing to learn something, who has good listening skill. This gesture is a very, very dominating gesture which says, I know everything. Listen to what I am telling. They will feel very uncomfortable to select a person like this. After 2 weeks, he gave me a call back and said, Sir, I'm just calling to thank you because I went for the next interview, I got selected. If you had not told me, I would have kept repeating the same mistake again and again. Such a small thing, but even these small things are very, very important in case you want to create good impression. That's why Arundhati Roy wrote the book, God of Small Things. Because of a mountain, no one has ever fallen down. But because of a small pebble, many people have tripped and fallen down. So all these small little mistakes that we're discussing here in body languages might be the difference maker. So let's not think these are insignificant things. Take care of this and it might definitely help you. So second mistake people make is using aggressive or dominating hand gestures. I have a question. Is this posture good posture or bad posture? The third mistake people make is having a closed body language. If you have learned martial arts, you'll know. Maybe you have learned karate. First thing they'll teach you is how to throw a punch. And they'll also teach you how to block. Upper block, middle block, lower block. For a kick, this is a block. In body language, this is a block. So when you sit like this, when you feel vulnerable because you feel your heart, lungs, liver, everything is there, especially when you're standing in front of a stage, you must have seen people do that. They feel exposed. They feel like everybody is looking at them. What will they do? Very unconsciously, they will do this because they feel more comfortable. They have a shield in front. So this is a closed body language, a negative body language. For example, you go for an interview. In front of the interviewer, If you sit like this, what you're telling the interviewer is, I'm feeling very uncomfortable, I'm feeling very insecure. If you do something, I'm ready to get up and block myself. If you've been in 5-star hotels, I'm sure you would have noticed the front office people, they'll never come and speak to you like this. They'll always be like, what can I do for you? It's an open posture, right? Don't close yourself. Even crossing your legs is also a closed body language. You've seen after rains, the creatures which crawl. If you touch, what they will do, they will roll themselves. They try to become as small as possible. In human beings, this is the only way we can become the smallest. So it's a closed body language. This is mistake number 3 in body language. Have an open posture. Don't close yourself. The 4th mistake people usually make in body language is inappropriate sitting posture. They don't know how they're sitting, but please remember, people are watching us. Now let me give you a scenario. Imagine you're watching cricket match, semi-finals, last over, 3 balls to go, India versus Pakistan. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar batting, 3 balls, 11 runs to win. How do you watch this match? I'm sure you're going to sit like this and watch. Yes or no? When you sit like this, see, you don't even know you're sitting like this. It's very unconscious, it's non-verbal. But when you sit like this, what you're actually telling is, I want to be as close to that action as possible. I want to feel the tension which is taking place. I want to listen to every word which Gavaskar is telling. That's what this body language means. Your mother might come, she wants you to go to shop and buy something. But when she sees your body language is telling, don't disturb me, something very important is going on. She might not know anything about cricket, but you've just communicated non-verbally not to disturb you. That's the power of the sitting posture. So in group discussion, in interviews or in meeting, make sure you sit properly, make sure your back is straight, and then have a small little lean forward, 15 to 20 degree lean forward. When you sit like this, what you're telling that interviewer is, I'm fully involved, and I'm respecting the person in front of me, and I'm keenly listening to what others are telling. Right, and I'm ready to get up and take action. These are the things we're conveying with a proper sitting posture. Right. So the 4th mistake people usually make is inappropriate sitting posture. The 5th mistake people usually make is the way they stand. The posture. Standing posture becomes a problem because when the alignment is not proper, it gives a bad impression. So how should we stand? Make sure you stand erect. Now if you're not very sure, you can use this technique. Imagine Jesus Christ cross tied to your back. The vertical stick is going through your spine, through your neck and through your head. The horizontal one is going through your shoulders. And make sure your ears are in line with that horizontal stick. Now when you stand like this, what happens is your chest is expanded, and that means your lungs are expanded. That means you're going to inhale more oxygen, and then the blood is going to carry more oxygen to your brain. It's going to make you feel more smarter, more active. So just before you enter the interview room, just before you go for a meeting, if you make sure your alignment is proper, what happens is, 1, you feel more confident. 2nd, the person who sees you thinks you're a very smart person. Now there is actually a science today which deals with, it studies the direct correlation between how your body language is, how you use your postures and gestures with relation to your mood, how you feel. In air hostess training, first thing they'll teach you is how to stand and how to walk. Same thing in army, the posture is very, very important thing. So even in life, if you have to create good impressions, very important to know how we stand. I have a simple example, simple experiment I want you to do. I want you to put your body as loose as possible. Imagine you're an empty sack. Now just make sure your shoulders are loose. There's no pressure anywhere, there's no tension anywhere. Just put your body completely loose. Now in this position, I want you to feel confident. Is it possible? I don't think so. Now I want you to stand the other way around. I want you to stand erect. I want you to keep your shoulders out, chest out, stomach in, chin up. Now in this position, please try to feel depressed. Is it possible? I don't think so. Right? So this simple experiment shows the importance of having a proper posture, especially the way we stand. Make sure alignment is proper. It gives you a lot of confidence. Otherwise, we create a bad impression. So the 5th mistake is wrong standing posture. The 6th mistake people make in body language is inappropriate tone of voice while speaking. This comes as part of meta communication, but this is very, very essential. Tone is the tune or the way you speak while you speak. So it's not what you say. How you say is more important. In effective communication, if you can draw a pie chart, your oral communication, your language has got only 7% important. Your command over English language has got only 7%. Then what is 93%? 38% is this tone of voice, and balance is your facial expression and gesture. So tone of voice plays a very important role. I'll give you a simple example. Let's take 2 words. Good morning. I can say this good morning as good morning, or I can say the good morning as good morning. The way I said good morning, the meaning changed. Yes or no? So the words has got only 7%, 38% is tone of voice. Where is it applicable? Let's take an interview scenario. Interview is asking a question and you don't know the answer. Yeah, there's a possible scenario. You don't know the answer. So how will you respond? The way you say I don't know, the tone in which you say I don't know, it can create different impact on the interviewer. You can say that I don't know in such a way the interviewer feels you're wasting his time. Or you can tell that I don't know in such a way that the interviewer likes you, gives you the job. I'm sharing very powerful mantra. It is not what you say, how you say what is more important than what you are telling. The tone especially is very, very important. If you like to know about your tone, simple thing you could do is next time when you're making a telephonic call, do some voice recording and listen to your tone and fine tune your tone of voice. See, you can't speak the same way, the way you speak with your friend to your father. The way you speak to your father, you can't speak to a senior. You can't speak like that to a client. We should know how to adjust, how to be flexible with our tone of voice. And the sixth mistake people make is inappropriate tone of voice. The seventh big mistake people do in body language is lack of eye contact. So I have a question. Who are these people who you think find it difficult to look into your eyes and speak? Yes, you're guessing correct. Someone who is not very confident, someone who is very shy, someone who is not interested, and yes, very correct, someone who is telling a lie. So if you fail to look into people's eyes while you're interacting with them, whether it's an interview, whether it's a meeting, whether it's a social interaction, people are going to misunderstand you as one of these four and it's definitely going to create a bad impression. So where should we look in the eyes? Don't keep looking into the white spot or the black spot or the brown spot in that eye, because that's called staring. It's actually very intimidating. You know the scene in a boxing match, before the match starts, both of them will keep staring. So don't keep staring. So where do we look? Imagine a triangle which starts at the eyebrow, ends at the tip of the nose. You can look anywhere in that triangle. It's comfortable for you and it's comfortable for that person also. Now let's take a scenario. Let's take the interview situation. There are 3 interview panel members. We have 2 gentlemen and a lady. Now the lady who's sitting in the center asks you a question. Whom should you look and answer? Fine. You looked at that lady and spoke. After the interview is over, the 3 of them will have a discussion. They'll ask, how was that candidate? One of the gentlemen will say, I don't like that person. Why? No rhyme, no reason. He felt unimportant. Since you didn't maintain eye contact, he felt you didn't give respect to him. And he's thinking, before joining the company, so this guy is not giving respect. After joining the company, will this guy give any respect for me? See, they don't need any rhyme or reason to reject you. This candidate goes out to the interview room. His friends are asking, how's the interview? He's saying, very easy, I'll definitely get placed. But when they publish the list, his name won't be there. And he won't even know why he is not getting selected. Such a small thing, but a very important thing. Please note, the 7th biggest mistake people make is avoiding eye contact. The 8th mistake people usually make in body language is people find it very difficult to nod their head. Yeah? Yes, they find it very difficult. Everybody knows this, but they find it difficult. Some people do this also. Yeah, but the right way to nod is this. Why should we nod? I'll give you some classic example. You must have seen, when teacher comes to the class, the first 5 minutes she'll take class for everybody. After 10 minutes, she'll start taking class for one small group sitting in the front. Why? Because they're sitting and nodding, man thinks at least these people are understanding, let me take class for them. Why should we nod in a group discussion? So when the group discussion happens, when the interviewer is coming towards your group and you're sitting there and nodding your head, what do you think the interviewer is thinking? He's thinking, here's an excellent listener. Here's a great motivator. Here's a person who knows, who has a learning mind. Here's a person who is a natural leader, right? Has got a learning mind. And these are the qualities the company person is actually looking when they conduct the recruitment process. And you conveyed all these qualities just by nodding, not with anything that you spoke, but with this nodding. This is AK-47 heavy artillery equipment. Anyone can do this. Anybody can do this. You don't require any talent, skill for this. Just keep doing it till it becomes a habit. You do this in classroom, I promise you, your internal marks will increase. Right? So the 8th mistake people do in body language is people find it very difficult to nod their head. Please nod. Sometimes I have people who come and tell me, Krish, I don't have any friends. I want to make more friends. What should I do? Sometimes people come and say, when I go to a party function, I find it very difficult to interact with people. What should I do? And the simple solution for all these things is, if you want to have more friends, and if you want to interact, you want people to approach you, smile. Yes, S-M-I-L-E. people find it very difficult actually to smile. They give it in rations. Why should we smile? Let's take an interview scenario. Interview has started and you say, "Excuse me," interviewer is looking at you and you're standing there with a serious expression. What do you think the interviewer is thinking? He's thinking, "I have enough problems with my company, one more problem has come." On the other hand, in case you're standing there with a pleasant expression and you're telling, "Excuse me," and the interviewer looks at you and what is he thinking? He's thinking, "Not bad. In spite of tension, this guy is pleasant. Good emotional intelligence this guy has got. Good guy to have in my project team." You may not get the job just because of the smile, but at least you created a good first impression. That's the importance of smile. In Chinese, they have a saying which says, "If you don't smile, please don't open your shop today." I'm sure all of us had experiences like this. We went to a shop and the shopkeeper is not smiling. He's very serious. You won't feel like buying anything from that shop, yes or no? Or you go to another shop where the shopkeeper is very pleasant. You don't have the thing that you have actually gone to buy, but you will buy something for his sake. That's the power of smile. They say it takes only 14 muscles to smile and 72 muscles to frown. So why should we do something which is most difficult? So smile. And this is 9th mistake people make in body language. People find it very difficult to smile. So please smile. So these are the mistakes people usually make. To summarize, touching the face while we speak. Second one is dominating and aggressive hand movements. And third one is closed posture. And fourth one is wrong seating posture. And fifth one is incorrect standing posture. And sixth one is inappropriate tone of voice. And seventh one is lack of eye contact. And eighth one is no nodding. And ninth one is finding it very difficult to smile. Right? So may you all use all these simple little techniques in your interpersonal relationship and see how you impress people and how you become more popular. Wishing you all the very best and may you all be blissful. Thank you.